Metal family. This is Zion from Legado del Metal.com, bringing all the information about metal in Latino America. Today we are here with an upcoming band that's coming from Melbourne, Australia. But even though that they are new, they are coming out with a different proposal. I will say that they are not only the music, but also the image that they are presenting. It's something different that we have been seeing in recent bands. I want to give the welcome to Anna Van. Hi guys, a pleasure to have you here.
Buenos dias.
Hello, thanks for having us. Hi, everybody.
That's so sweet. Well, I want to start by getting to know you guys. Anna here, it's the name of a person. So I want to get to know, why did you choose this name? Does it have any special meaning for you guys?
Yeah, it's based on my name, but I decide to use only one N because my name is with two N, Anna, and I don't know. It doesn't really mean a lot. We didn't put a lot of thoughts into that, and like it's just I really wanna do like my name, but it just look beautiful, A, and it's a palindrome name, so we use that in our comic book.
Oh, that's interesting. That's very interesting. And to get to know you a little bit, you are, let's say, relative new for us here in Latin America. So can you tell us a little bit, how was the band formed? Are you friends? Do you know each other from other places? How did you get together?
Well, Anna and I are married, so we were both doing music, but I had my own band and she was trying to do her own solo stuff. And neither of those were really working out. And we just thought it makes more sense. Like, we live together, we might as well do a band together.
Now he say that.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Before
Not at the time, no.
I say that it makes sense, and I really want to do something together. Music industry sometimes is more like a male, and sometimes it's like a lot of. It's more comfortable and safe to do it together.
And you can keep an eye on
Yeah.
So that's why you kept the name. Well, that's very interesting. And I'm a married person too. And being a team is so much easier in so many ways that I cannot describe. I was reading a lot about you guys, your press release, the information that was coming out in Melbourne. I went into your Instagram page, and even though at the beginning there was a label on you guys as symphonic metal, but you called yourself Couture Metal. Can you talk us into it? What does it mean? What it represents?
So there's two parts to that answer. First of all, we really don't like how many subgenres there are these days. And we didn't want to be called symphonic metal. At the time, it was when we were we're still with the same label, and we were new, right? And all these press releases went out, and he told me, you gotta have a name, like, for us to send the press release out so people have an idea of what you are. So we were kind of softly trolling, and we initially said we are progressive symphonic black popcore.
Because we our bands,
All of that.
yeah,
Yeah.
we all listen to completely different songs and genre, and then we didn't want to. No, we actually did. Yeah, I want to be a metal. I love the sound of the guitar, heavy riffs, and the double pedal, but to do it with people who are never listen metal, that's interesting.
So we took symphonic because it was the closest, but we did feel like it's a bit misleading, and some interviewers did say this is not symphonic. It has elements of different things. So since we couldn't find something to accurately describe, we just made up a new thing. We call it couture, which, like in high fashion. where
Exactly, because I
everything-
work there.
Yeah.
That's my full-time job.
That's cool. I love it, and I love fashion as well. So I couldn't. How can I say no to that? So, guys, you're launching a new album that it's called Motivated by Death. How was the process of creating this album? You came with an idea that you already have, or you created the concept as it came by? How was the recording process? Can you tell us a little bit more about the creation of Motivated by Death itself?
It came together very quickly. We had like rough skeleton ideas for most of the songs, and we had just finished our Japan tour, and we felt, when we go on tour and you play together every night, you get really good chemistry with the band, and we do a lot of, improvising and stuff live. So, the chemistry within the band was really good. So we thought, let's go into the studio now. We booked a studio for 2 days, a rehearsal studio for about 5 hours each day. And we said, we're going to come out after 10 hours with a full album.
Yeah. And the name for this, I come up with, um, I realized, I always know that eventually everybody gonna died, and I don't know, it keep me going. Still, after so many years, I keep still trying and singing, and now with the band, I really want to do my best. And I was just like, I was reading something, and I saw this line, motivated by death. I was like, yes, this is resonate with me. This is me. This is what I wanna write about to the audience, and it's also for myself.
I really like the concept. That's, I didn't expect that. So it blew me away. I really like it. In Latin America, as you already know, you are starting to reach Latin America. Your video is going to be shown here. Your album is going to be shown here through legadodelmetal.com. But if you could present your band with one song, the first song that every Latin American fan should hear first, what would that be and why? It can be different from each of you. It doesn't matter.
I think of the new album, it's a song called Papa.
Cool, they're gonna love that.
Papa is, the story is beautiful. It's about Anna's dad, who passed away when she was very young. And the idea came about when I asked Anna, I said, if you could write a letter to speak to him today, what would you say? So we took that as the inspiration, and then I built the melody of the song and the main riffs around that concept. I tried to beat where Anna came from. It's a very small village in Russia near to Georgia,
Chechnya.
Chechnya. And yeah, it's a different world, it's a different life, and I think that helped me to try to absorb, and get the inspiration for what would this music sound like. And from there we built, and it got bigger and bigger, and we loved the final product. And I think especially Latin America, they'll really appreciate that. So
Also, I think they're gonna love the Eyes of a Child.
yes,
It's such a riff that I think as soon as they do that, they're gonna go crazy. And it's about gosh,
from the comic.
yeah, it's from the comic, but it's actually from real life. That long time ago, Josh went to Thailand to help poor villages, and there was a one village that all the kids have AIDS, and they're gonna die very soon. Yeah,
It's real life.
yeah.
It was actually an orphanage in Thailand, and it was a couple who looked after children who were born with AIDS. And that experience stayed with me for a long time, So I thought of how to put it into the comic and the song, because there's no better definition of being motivated by that.
Exactly.
Because these kids, they don't know they're gonna die.
And they're happy, and
Yeah.
they do everything normal. But we who healthy and we have money, we often overwhelmed and overthinking and don't do what we want to do in life. So that was I think we
Wow.
done a lot.
I have to listen to that song after this meeting. Like, that's actually very hard movie. And that led me a little bit to my next question. I know you all guys come from very different backgrounds, very different cultures. How do you guys think that has shaped the music into your album? That has that bring something different from each one of you? How do you think you present those cultures inside your music?
I think it's a huge part of what our sound is. There's 5 members in Anna, and nobody really shares the same musical taste. Like you never see 5 of us at the same concert, put it that way. But what we do enjoy is we do love the energy of heavy music, and we also enjoy playing with each other.
Yeah. And growing up, I was studying opera, so all these melodies and of course it's in me. So it improved the way I write melodies. And then our keyboardist is Chinese. He loves Chinese pop, so he also put and he also classical trained. Yeah, so it's very interesting.
And bass player loves a lot of Japanese music and 80s rock and metal. And I like
These riffs so good too for the bass. Yeah.
and I just like blues stuff. So it's very
You
It's a
guys are a
mess, but
really
it works.
melting pot.
Yeah.
And I think that shows a little bit in your recent video. We watched the video Hate Me most recently, and I do agree that the video shows very high couture. I think it's very aesthetic pleasing. I want to know, what was the story that you wanted to present in the video? What do you wanted to show as a band? Because I think it's a very special single, and the video was very well done made, very aesthetic for the band. I want to know a little bit of background. How did you came out with the video?
Okay. First of all, I do like modeling on the side, but not much. Only with my favorite photographers, and he is Peter Colson. He world known as a best photographer like in the world. So and we become very good friends. The album cost a little bit money and this and that. He knows everything. So he's like, you know what? I'll help you. I'll help you with the music video. So he helped us with the full music video. And the specifically Hate Me, we before we wanna do something like Dust Till Dawn.
That was the inspiration.
That was inspired. Dama Hype with the snake. Oh my god. Oh, so beautiful.
But we couldn't afford to do the original idea.
Yeah, we couldn't afford, and Peter just like, okay, I'll do for you. He helped us a lot. Yeah, we just choose what we wanna wear, and I was like, oh my god, nobody knows us. We need to be different. And I know I got a lot of hate for this music video. Oh my god, it's so funny. Yeah.
Yeah, the YouTube comment section is wild.
Which is good, which is bring our video to the top, and more people here. Yeah, they might don't like that how I look on the music video, but they love the music, like the song. So, so it's a win.
Yeah.
So it's a definitely win. We create something provocative, and that's what we want.
And you nailed it, like actually nailed it. I didn't know about the comments. I'm gonna check them out, but I thought it was very aesthetic, and I did thought a little bit about Salma Hayek actually. And you look great. I don't know what it's talking about.
Thank you.
Doesn't
Thank you.
and it's impossible for you to look back. So don't worry. Don't listen to the haters. Tell me, you guys, I feel that you're very into storytelling, and as I was mentioning at the beginning, and you also mentioned as well, you have a documentary and a comic book. Can you tell us a little bit what are these about? Why do you came like with this idea? along with the album, pulling out the band out? Does he have a connection? What type of connection? It's a lot of questions, I know, but I know they are kind of in sync with each other.
So I'll start with the comic book. When we were doing our first music video about 2 years ago, um, my brother Aaron, he was the one directing it, and he saw us in our costumes, and he said, "You look like comic characters." And at that time, we didn't have any merch, and I was working on my own comic, a different story, and I thought, you know, could could we possibly make a comic out of the band? So we sat down and thought about the story. The music is not necessarily linked to the comic. We wanted both of these things to be good on their own, you know? Like you could be a fan of the comic and or the band or both. So sometimes there are crossovers with some songs, like Anna said with Eyes of a Child. In our EP, it was Ouroboros. This is the comic here.
Oh, cool.
Yep. And yeah, we wanted a fully fledged story that's inspired by the band, but of course we have powers and there's demons and things inside, so it's not exactly real life. But the cats are based in real life. We do have 3 cats, and they appear in the comic, and they can talk and fight.
Yes, so cute.
Did you use their personalities into the comics?
Absolutely, yeah. Like if you read the comic and you notice they're very distinct personalities. In fact, some people like the cats the most when they read the comic.
Yep. And when with a lot of people asking like, oh, what is the mask? Is oh my god, it's not a COVID. But the thing is, when they put a mask, the instrument become weapons, and that's why we wear the mask. So I give them a power. Thank you.
Yeah. So that's basically how the comic came about, and with the documentary, so we've done a lot of things in a very short time, and that's because we're kind of impatient. We for the longest time we don't have any money, we don't really have any support, and we wanted a tour, but nobody was wanting to work with us because we're so new. So we said, fuck it, we'll do it ourselves. Yeah, we opened Spotify, we see who's listening to us, and then we just chose a few countries. It was in Europe. We did actually consider South America, but at the time it was too far and too expensive. Not that Europe wasn't, but South America is even further. So started calling up venues and booked a tour, and this was such a crazy way to do things that we thought we got to film it and put it down. So we did, and we cut together a documentary about this journey. And the next surprise was we didn't want to just put it on YouTube, because when we finished it, we looked at it and went, it's so good, it deserves to be seen in cinema. And I really love cinema, which is something that's not very popular anymore these days, not like it used to be. So we took another gamble and said, let's hire out a theater and do a premiere, and I hope people turn up. And it was amazing, they did. Like, we nearly sold out the theater, and it was different. It's definitely different experiencing it in a room with all these people.
Yeah. Some people cry.
How beautiful. I mean, you got a lot of things coming up. You have the comic book, you have the album, you have the documentary. I know that there are several upcoming music videos that are coming out: Shadow of Light, Papa, and Sick of Love. What's next for Anna? If you already did that tour, are you touring, having some gigs in your country? What is new?
Yeah, we are going on tour end of April. We're leaving on the 29th. We're going to Singapore, then we're going to Bangkok, South Korea, and Japan. Japan is our main kind of like, we're gonna do their 9 shows. Eight?
Yeah, 8 or 9, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we're so excited about it. And end of May is the album launch. We're so excited. Oh my god. Yeah. And
Is there any?
so far,
Is there any? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh no, that's
That's
what we have planned for now. That's confirmed.
yeah, that's confirmed. And then
Oh, sorry, and issue 2 will come out after that.
oh yes, and yes, and a comic issue 2, end of year
Probably before, probably just after the tour.
after the tour. Yeah, we're working on it.
And is there any special cities that you would like to play? Like any place in the world that you are not booked yet?
Of course, it will be South America.
Yeah, I mean, I think Brazil and Mexico are 2 places we really like to go, and it's the rest of South America too. We just don't know particular cities enough. I mean, I think Lima, Peru would be cool, and of course Buenos Aires.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
that's my dream. But I'm obsessed with this country and city. This I love. When I was young, we watch a lot of Spanish.
Telenovelas?
Oh my God, bless you. Oh, and who knew that I'm gonna have so many fans from South America after so many years.
We actually had more listeners in some.
We are very passionate people and we are always searching for new music for sure. And Buenos Aires it's my favorite city. It's so beautiful. It's one of the best cities I ever been to. It's awesome. So I hope you can make it, guys. I know it's far away, but impossible is nothing.
Exactly.
That's it.
And now that we are talking about it, as a final message, why don't you take off this space, these few minutes that we have left, to give a message to your Latin American fans and to the people that are getting to know you. Introduce yourself, even say hi to producer. Hey guys, bring us here.
Oh my God! If anybody listening, like a booking agency, yeah,
Yeah.
please bring us to South America. Oh my God, I'll do anything.
Yeah, we're ready.
We're ready, and I just want to say, oh my God, thank you so much for like your beautiful message, always write beautiful comments, supporting, for listening, for watching our music video. Oh my God, I love you so much.
I will use my very limited Spanish and say muchas gracias for all the listens and the views and the fans. And hopefully one day we can come and say mucho gusto,
And mi amor.
mi amor.
Thank you so much, Ana. Muchas gracias, chicos. And to everyone watching Legado del Metal and listening now in Spotify, because remember that we just launched our Spotify channel. Thank you so much. Please remember to subscribe, to like, to share, because as you know, metal, if we don't share, it doesn't grow. So we have a responsibility to our genre. Thank you so much. This is Zion and lovely metal, baby.